rude boy out here in the streets.
What's up, fool?
What's up, dog? You still out here?
No, I just got home right now.
Man, they send me so many fucked up fucking. I guess nobody's out here, man. I can't do 50 cents a mile, bro. I can't, man.
What were they saying?
Man, it was far, man. I guess I was the only one. I was in like at Bandera in 1604, man. So I guess there's nobody out there, and it was longer to go pick them up than to drop them off, man. I said, oh hell. I was like, hell no. But you know what I did? I accepted one of them. Oh, they canceled, right? Then I accepted another one. Then I said, man, this one was just as fucking far, man. I canceled it, right, and that option. Hey, always use this option, dog. The safety option. It doesn't go against the cancellation rate.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it doesn't, dog. That's like the second time I used it. I went to look at the cancellation rate, and it was still 0.
Wow.
Yeah, I use that one. Or even if you get one that, you know, if your acceptance rate is kind of low, whatever, do the little old trick. You know what I'm saying? Accept it, then cancel that bitch and put it safety. It's not safe.
Yeah, I'm about to hit this fucking black dude across the fucking head later when I wake up. He's gonna get charged for fucking dropping fish in the car.
Oh man,
I'm gonna get paid at least a penny for it. I'm gonna draw up a fucking
a receipt
document. Yeah, I'm gonna put a nice letterhead on it. Motherfucker.
$250.
Hey man, I just go to my buddy. He's got a detailing company. He'll give me a receipt.
$250.
Bro, my fucking car stank bad, bro.
I'm not to laugh.
I'm telling you, man. It was horrible, man.
Man, you be getting the fucked up rides, dog. I don't know why.
Man, he had it in a brown bag, right? And when he gets in the car, the fish literally just falls onto the floor. I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah, man.
Fucking pissed me off, man.
Yeah, that's why I asked you if it was gonna be a short night.
Yeah, like I made 239, so it wasn't too bad. I started at 10 in the morning, and then I stopped like at 4, and then I started again like at almost 10 o'clock, 9:30, somewhere around there, and I just finished right now.
Yeah, man. Somehow, some way, man. I was recording in a higher definition, and when I was recording, it was it had the front separate from the back. So, man, and so the next ride I did, I turned the thing on the record for the next clip, man, and it had less than an hour left. I said, oh man, I just deleted like over 10 hours worth of shit. So I was like, man, I ain't gonna be able to record. So I went home. I went home and I downgraded it to 1080 so it could load up faster. And then man, it still took me an hour to upload those three hours worth of clips. Well, it was really like 2 hours, but two of them one was front and one was back. They're separate. So I was like, and then I was debating if I should leave, because I was like, man, like you say, when you get at the house, you just relax. I didn't feel like leaving, man. Then I was like, man, then if I don't,
money right now.
Yeah, then if I don't leave, I'm gonna have to stay awake after 3 o'clock to fucking, because the game comes on at 7:30. I want to watch the game.
Halliburton ain't playing.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have played last game, man. He hurt his team, dog.
Yep. They're done, bro. I
Yeah.
think they'll win, but it'll be close. I could see them winning without him, but
What's the betting numbers on that?
I haven't checked what the money line is. Let me check.
Might just want to throw something on the Pacers, just something small. If it's a big difference, you know.
Yeah, let me see the.
Because that Siakam is hooping hard, man.
Yeah. Okay, so tomorrow is Pacers plus 200.
That's not. It's not enough.
No, it's not enough.
Nah.
I don't like those odds.
Nah.
Not worth it.
Hey, so what you think about Canelo and Crawford?
Ooh. I think Canelo's gonna try to just bully his weight around, and Crawford's gonna dance.
Yeah, but Crawford ain't gonna be able to take those body blows, man. Canelo still hits hard, but I didn't see Canelo's last fight. I heard he looked like shit. I don't like either one. I don't like Canelo and I don't like Crawford. So what time are you gonna hit the streets again? I gotta turn this car in to get a different car, man, because it's got a baldy in the front. And can you believe
Yeah,
it?
I think he's just gonna. The what?
They didn't even want to give me another tire, man.
Yeah, they're tripping, bro.
Firestone applied for it, but they didn't. So I have to drive out here with the bald tire. And the other guy was telling me, man, if I was you, I wouldn't drive it, man. And I'm like, I said, yeah, but I need to make this money, bro. I can't just be. If I'm gonna sit on my ass, it's gonna be my choice, not because I'm forced to.
It's dangerous too, fool. Fucking driving around on a bald tire.
Fucking, they're gonna get it. They're gonna get it back. It don't matter. I'll call the what's called it. If I catch a flat, I'll call them to come pick it up. I'm in town, you know.
You think they charge you for that?
Nah. Remember, I had a blowout already.
Oh, that's right.
It didn't even damage the car or nothing, man. I was booking it on the freeway, man. The tire fucking. I tell you, they had nothing left but like an inch around both the inside and the outside of the wheel. Didn't have nothing.
Dangerous, fool. I don't take those kind of chances, man. Driving on tire. I've been there, done that. My brother, man. My brother, he's an idiot, man. My brother likes to take a lot of chances like that. And I don't know how many times I've blown because of my brother. Like I'm with him and he ended up blowing the tire, you know? Because he's just cutting corners and like not taking shit serious. And like there's times that if I'm gonna go to the store with him or something, I'll look at his tires, man, because I know that fool's always tripping like that.
So you're talking about your twin, right?
Yeah.
So the twins are yin and yang, huh?
Yeah, man. I mean, when you talk about yin yang balance, I mean, he's the crazy one. I'm the more chill one, you know. But he's always been one that just, you know, we call him Gypsy, man. Bro, I got a sick story. I'll tell you some other day, man, because it's a long ass story, but.
Yeah, this lady's supposed to come out already, bro. Well, holler at me tomorrow, dog, whenever you get up or whatever, man.
I got you, bro.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, later. cut for Rudy, man. He's helped me out since the beginning, man. He cranks me up all the time. something always happens to him every day, man. He kicks somebody out every day or something. That always happens every day. I told him he needs to put a camera up. Hello, Miss Clara.
Good morning. I'm so sorry.
Oh, it's all right. It's a waiting game. I ain't tripping.
Excuse me?
It's a waiting game. I ain't tripping.
Okay. Oh, I've never Ubered before. So
Oh, yeah?
give me a little, I'm just like, discombobulated. Okay.
Yeah, yesterday I had I caught a ride, and it was his first time doing the Uber, too.
Yeah, my son woke up and called me at 4:23 and said, I can't take you to work. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. And I personally used to drive yellow cab. They don't have yellow cab anymore. So
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what do I do? Okay. I'm sorry, my alarm's going off here.
Oh, that's what time you're supposed to be there? 5 o'clock?
No. That's what time I usually leave.
Oh, okay.
I try to build in time because I'm a school bus driver, and I don't want to be late to
Oh, yeah. And then
pick up kids.
yeah.
And so I try to.
What's this card do? Okay.
I try to take into account everything that'll happen, and thank God I did, because I wouldn't be in the car with you. I would call in sick, and that would not look good. I just got this job.
Yeah, that wouldn't. Yeah.
And,
So-
yeah.
So, how long did it take for Uber to come to mind?
Oh my goodness. I downloaded the app the first time he did this to me, and it said that that the person couldn't be here until, like, of course he told me this at 5, and that the person couldn't be here until like 5:48. And I'm like, there's no way in hell I'll be able to get over there and punch in.
The Uber driver's not gonna be able to get there to 48.
Well, this was like a week ago. No, not last week, but the week before last. So he told me to download Uber, and of course I'm shaking like I am now. And he wouldn't budge. So, and I didn't have any money, and I'm like, it was like 2 days before I got paid, and I had 52 cents in my bank account, and I was like, nobody's gonna pick me up for 52 cents.
Nah, no.
Nobody in their right mind would pick me up for 52 cents. Anyway, so I couldn't take it anyway, and he was even offering to pay, and I was like, if I got to be punched in at 10 after 6, I said, even if you paid for it, and they're coming at 6:40 or coming at 5:48, there's no way they can get me there before punch-in time. And so anyway, I ended up having to call a supervisor that wasn't even on duty that day, and I didn't know, but I woke her up from a dead sleep. I said, look, I can't get there. So anyway, so then he called me earlier today, and that made all the difference. And he goes, just Uber, and I'm like, I've never done Uber before. This is scary. And I've heard horror stories about Uber.
You good with me, man? You good with me?
Well, one of my friends had gotten needed an Uber so that she didn't get a DUI. And, you know, we've done. And
Yeah.
she said,
I don't like giving inebriated females a ride, man. But I do, but I don't like it.
Yeah, when I was driving a cab, I would do the night shift.
Man, you're brave, man.
Huh?
You're brave.
Well, and I was in Houston too, but what I found out was a lot of females wanted my number because they didn't want to get in the car with a man.
With a man, yeah, I understand.
Especially my strippers.
Yeah.
They wanted to keep me, and they tipped me well, and you know, and I mean, when they had a good night at the club, and they were swimming in it, they were making sure I was swimming too.
Yeah.
So I'm just, you know. And this one girl, the last time I did it, she called me. She said, "Hey, can you pick me up at such and such hotel?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She goes, "I'll be ready in 15 minutes." And I get over there and I call her. And I guess whatever was going on was still going on. None of my business. I said, "Look, I gotta go. I can't wait for you."
So I had two prostitutes that I would drop off.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just they were asking me for the, you know what I'm saying? I'm not prying into people's business, and I don't know, they don't call me anymore. So
Well, when I was doing the yellow cab, I had this man and this woman, and I didn't know it at the time. They would ask me to wait, right, and they'd pay me. They were going in and shoplifting, and then I would take them to the next place. And then I would take them to, you know, they would go over to like these little taco shops, and I guess they would steal makeup, and they would ask these girls if they wanted to buy them. You know, they would go in. They wanted me to take them to the drive-through, and then they'd show the girls all this stuff that they had, and if they wanted to buy it, and I was like, oh my god. So the guy that was living with me, his dad had been the CEO of Houston Yellow Cab.
oh yeah.
And once he found out what was going on, he called him himself, and he said, don't be using her like that again. So we usually just take 151 around to 410, and then
So, yeah,
to Wetmore.
You want me?
But I mean, I don't know if you can get on down here.
No, I can't.
So anyway,
But I can't get on right here. Turn on right here on Rogers.
I don't know, honey.
Yeah, I can. No, but it has
Yeah,
to be.
you can do that.
But it
I
has.
forgot all about that. I'm sorry.
But it's gonna be. I think it's gonna cost you more though, because it's gonna be longer, as in distance wise. Because it has to be going to Bandera.
I've never ever heard that. As long as it gets me there by the time I punch in, you know.
It says drop off at 5:29.
Gee, that's early. But you know, because, well, see, my brother said I get off at 4. You know, he told me last night he gets off at 4, and then
So he can pick you up.
Drive me, and I was like, man, 4's too early, because even if you drive, you know, 30 minutes, I'd be standing out there and nobody to let me in the door.
Well, it's better be early than late.
Right?
Yeah, it says 5:29 right here.
That's fine. I mean, I'm still trying to learn San Antonio, but I was just saying, I'm going to learn a new way to go myself here. I mean, it is early in the morning, and, you know, the traffic lights are not, you know, you're stuck in traffic and stuff. Because, like, I understand, you know, I had a guy in my cab one time that there was, like, an accident. We were stuck in traffic on the freeways, the Pierce elevated, and there ain't no offering.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, oh, I gotta go. I said, sir, if I could move this traffic, I certainly would. Because I don't want to be stuck in here either. So anyway.
Yeah, but when you live in Houston, you already know.
Yeah.
You can't. There's gonna be traffic.
Yeah. But there's generally not traffic at this time of the morning.
Yeah, it starts at about this time, though.
Yeah. So, like, and that's kind of why I got a hold of early because, you know, military and people going into the medical center are the main people we run into. But, like, you know, the other day when it rained so bad and those people got, you know, knocked off the...
Yeah, they got killed last week, right? It was a week
Yeah,
from
that
today.
was awful. We were driving. My neighbor was taking me, and the worst thing that we saw, that we physically saw, not heard, but physically saw, was guys in trucks. They don't realize that, you know, when it's wet outside, they're going to fishtail. So there was 2 accidents involving trucks, and I know good and well that they fishtailed.
Yeah.
So, you know, because the back end was switched around. I drive school buses. Ever fishtail in a school bus? That ain't fun. Luckily on that part, I didn't have any kids in there.
Pushing the gas too fast.
Well, yeah, slick roads, man.
Yeah.
Or putting on your brake too fast.
Yeah.
And so, when I first started down in Houston driving the bus, it was in 2001, and the bus that I was driving was a 1982 Ford. All right,
Was for HISD?
Brand new when I was a freshman in high school, right?
What district it was?
Spring Branch.
Oh.
Are you from Houston?
Yeah, I grew up in Harlem Clark.
Where?
In Harlem Clark.
Oh, on the other side of Houston.
On the south side.
Yeah.
Kind of close to Astrodome.
I've only been out there like one time, and it was after they put the new Beltway in.
Oh, that was a long time ago.
Well, it's been about 10 years since I was out there.
Yeah, I was driving this weekend over there.
Huh?
I was driving this weekend over there. Not driving Austin, not driving Houston, not driving San Antonio.
That's a rough neighborhood, though, isn't it?
Houston?
Here in Clark?
Nah, I guess not.
You know what? What I found with even like Spring Branch, it like goes through these periods where it's all heyday, and everybody every day, oh, this is a place to live, and then
Not Spring Branch.
Yeah, it was, you know,
Spring, but not Spring Branch.
Spring Branch back when the old days, you know, they had the top rated school district in all the country. And then
Now it's
the
nothing but
oil
immigrants
bust
over
happened
here.
in 81, and all these people that worked in the oil field got laid off. Then it was just like people were just selling their houses for like nothing, basically. And then when Clinton was president, he did that whole NAFTA thing, and he was trying to get away from all of the. He was trying to do away with ICE altogether.
Yeah.
But it was called something else back then. It wasn't called ICE.
Immigration.
But,
INS.
Huh?
INS.
That's it, INS. But how do I say this? It opened the floodgates. It was about 90-ish, I guess. When I started seeing, the people coming in.
Spring Branch?
Yeah, in the Spring Branch. I was an assistant for the ESL department, and, we started seeing a little influx in the early 90s, but by 92, there was 500 kids in one section of town. And by the time that, I had my ex-husband was military. I actually met him in San Antonio. And we moved to Tampa. Then I moved back to Houston in 2001. And my kids went to some Spring Branch schools. And there weren't that many white people.
No, it's Mexicans
And
too.
the high school that my daughter went to, it was 89% Hispanic.
Yeah, Spring Branch. That's what it is now.
Huh?
That's what it is now. Mexican.
Yeah, and so, but it's not all Mexican. In Spring Branch, we have El Salvadorians
Yeah.
and
Colombians, Cubans,
um,
Nicaraguans.
not so many Cubans as much as it was Mexican and El Salvadorian and other countries.
You know, because a lot of those, 'cause, you know, I'm Mexican descent.
Well,
We don't get along.
exactly right. So there was a lot of gangs, you know, MS-13 against whatever the Mexican gang was there. And before I left Spring Branch in '92, come up here, they had a gang fight at one of the elementary schools. It was like 10 o'clock on a Sunday,
That's crazy.
and the guy, it was against the two gang leaders, and it was supposed to be a clean fight, and it was. But one of the gang members was, you know, beating up on the other leader, and the second in charge, when he saw that his guy was getting his ass kicked, he pulled out a shotgun and shot the guy at point blank range.
It's just gonna make shit worse.
Huh?
It's just gonna make shit worse.
And then so the second in charge on that one tried to go after him, and he took the tip of the gun and moved it away, and it shot him on his arm, and he only had the use of one muscle left in his arm. He was only like 16 years old, but he didn't lose his life. But the mom was so upset over her son dying, she had an open casket funeral.
After he got shot with a shotgun.
And so that the kids could see the pellets in the kid's face.
Don't do your kid like that. Yeah, we're gonna hit 410 from right here.
I just wanted to be closer to my family. My son is 100% disabled veteran, and you know, he goes through his little times where, like, he's up all night because he's having, you know, the night terrors and stuff. And so I guess today was one of those nights where he'd been up all night. So I was like, well,
we're halfway there.
Huh?
We're about halfway there.
Yeah. But like I said, I never would have come this way. So like
well, I guess this is the shortest way because this is what's.
It's really odd because I've never knew this.
Been all the way down Culebra to turn to Bandera.
Yeah, and you know, my son swears no. To see, he comes to an AA meeting out here behind that HEB, and because sometimes I would go take him right into his motorcycle accident, and we would come home going straight down 16, but man, all the lights. But you know, it's early in the morning, like right now.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad right now over here.
No.
But in Houston right now, it's starting to get bad.
Yeah. Like I said, right up here around the medical center, that's where you start seeing a lot of traffic.
Yeah, because a lot of people are trying to go I-10.
Yeah.
we should be good right now.
Yeah, and I'm just thankful that you were close by. I mean, it said that you would come in 11 minutes when I ordered it, and I was like, oh my god. I was still in my nightgown, like, trying to get my cat fed, get her water, get her litter box in. You know, that's why I'm like, oh god.
Well, the first 2 minutes we wait is free, and then usually it's 5 minutes afterwards we have to wait, but they do charge us, not much. But...
So yeah, I'm glad that you have that in the app. You know, I still didn't know all of how to do that, but it said that you were like 3 minutes out, and I'm like, oh. So I'm just like, I didn't even get lunch. I just got some drinks and shoved it in there, and then I said, well, let me open the door so he knows where I'm at. You know, because sometimes when you do the GPS, it only gives you to like the edge of the circle. It doesn't tell you exactly where I'm at.
I was looking at the house numbers.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, plus you had the door open.
Yeah, so, because I want to, you know, being a yellow cab driver, you know, if I saw that the door was open and they were just trying to get whatever, I just would sit there.
Yeah, you're more liable to wait.
So.
Well, I call my people and everything. I message them and I call them and try to, you know, but I don't call them until the 2 minutes is over with. Because just in case they fell asleep or something.
Huh?
Just in case they fell asleep or something,
Oh.
I call them. Yeah, it's good right here, right now.
Well, I'm going to be moving, but it's just not fast enough, you know what I'm saying? And once I get moved, we're going to be doing like in-services like in August, and then school starts back August the 11th.
Oh, no shit.
So yeah, I'm just driving summer school, and right now I'm driving the newcomers group, and it's, you know, the kids that English, it's an ESL class. Then the kids, you know, I only have 8 kids, but I had to go to 4 different middle schools. you know, so and they're not all Hispanic, you know, so I've got Oriental, I got this one girl's, you know, light complected, and I don't know where she's from, and I don't know, but you know, they go to Bush, way out there off of Evans and 281. Man, over there, there's like a big old canyon, and it's amazing. We're not at Starcrest. We're going to do Wetmore. Wetmore is the easiest because it runs besides the airport.
Oh, but you got to go down that thing and take a left, right?
Yeah. Because it's a Wetmore Broadway, but like up here, I always wait to get over to like after I got past 281 because it's so crazy. The drivers try to get over there and get out.
That should be good right now, though.
Sometimes it's clear and sometimes it's not. We're always looking for drivers. So if you want to, well, you know.
I'll get paid more doing
I should have done this, or I wouldn't have lost. I had a Ford Bronco. I should have done Uber.
these. Well, I am renting this car from Uber through Avis.
Really?
Yeah, but I think they're not letting brand new people rent the car.
Oh.
I think you got to have like 50 rides up under your belt. So. Because people ask me and I tell them, yeah, San Antonio's like $20 an hour. Houston.
What I liked when I was driving the cab is I could go out at any time.
Yeah.
You know, I was an independent, and you know, get away from the people in my house. I gotta go to work. And I was gone, you know? So.
Yeah, Houston's like $30 an hour.
Yeah.
And Austin's like 35 to 40 bucks an hour. But Austin's not good right now because the UT's out. So at the end of August, it'll pick back up over there.
This is like when I was driving the yellow cab. This would be like the dead period for us because there was with the school being closed. I don't know why, but it made a huge difference. Only the strong can survive during the summertime with it. And I didn't believe it until I got to June, and it was like dead. So, and I ended up owing Yellow Cab $1,000. You gotta pay a cab rental. I think it's like $80 a day. So anything over $80 a day is your take home. And
Damn, that car's close to us.
I think so it gets expensive. And then if you're not doing their minimum thing, then sometimes it'll be like $100 a day to rent the car.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I get over like right here, and then like not at the airport, but down to Wetmore. But I just try to get over before the traffic comes up on me.
And this one's gonna get mad because he's turning in this lane too.
Yeah.
Hey, but we gotta get off, man. And I hate it when the people just ride with the highlights on, man.
Sometimes it's not the bright lights. It's just the regular lights with these new damn.
Wow, this one behind us is bright.
Oh my God!
I don't know if you can
and
tell.
My son gets all mad when people don't move. I said, "You're blinding people." I said, "You ride up on these people and you're right in their rear mirror and they can't see shit." That's why
I try to let them get in front of me, then I hit them back with the highlights.
You just stay in this lane and you're good, man. Then you don't have to turn until you can either take the first or the second light to the right. You just gotta watch out for trains. They do move at this time in the morning. Add a tip. Do I have to go back in through the app?
It'll have that option once I complete the ride. For how many stars and how much you want to tip if you want to.
All right. So I mean, you've been really great. I mean, I enjoyed talking to you. You were there on time.
You know what somebody did me yesterday?
What?
Somebody reported me that somebody else was driving the car.
What?
Yeah, they said somebody else was driving the car and it wasn't me. So when I dropped them off at the airport, it was only a $3.71 ride. When I dropped them off in the airport, it started telling me all this shit, man. And I had to take a picture of myself to change my profile picture, and it takes some hours for it to go through. So that was the end of my day.
Oh, that sucks.
I was like,
but we don't know where these people are from or why they do that. They're gonna scam. It's like that man that I was telling you, we got stuck on the airport.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, just pull off here. And then he had somebody meet me and he just what do they call, burned off on me and left me with, the fare, and that sucks. The worst ones are when these people get kicked out of the house and the girlfriend, and they go, well, my girlfriend just broke up with me, and they got all their shit. And they have to and I got to take them to their mama's house. And then I take her to mama's house and they ain't got no money. And sometimes I would play taxi cab, taxi cab pawn shops. one time I got a Bluetooth speaker out of it. And,
Yeah, I'm a real easygoing person, but I try to reciprocate with the passenger. If
Yeah.
they don't talk, I don't talk. You know, or if they don't speak much English, I really don't talk.
Yeah, you can either turn here or the Broadway. It doesn't really matter.
I'm gonna turn on the next one.
All right, yeah. And I'm not seeing any train moving, so that's cool. So once you get over the train tracks, you're gonna turn back to the right and then drop me right over there.
All right. So with this northeast
Northeast ISD. Their
that's what
transportation.
I don't understand it how San Antonio's broke into all these different parts, man.
How they have so many districts?
Yeah, because they break it up like that. I don't know.
Turn right here on Mopac. Well,
It's just weird to me.
when I lived here 30 years ago, it hadn't expanded. So yeah, just pull off right over here. Yeah.
Yeah, because Houston just has one.
Yeah, it just any of the spaces. Just right here. That's fine. Back then hadn't expanded. Okay, let me see. Okay, so it's gonna pop up for me. Is that correct?
Yeah, when I complete, I'm gonna complete the ride, and then it's gonna have, I believe, like the stars, and you know, I'll give all my passengers 5 stars.
So is it gonna it's gonna pop up on my phone?
Yeah, it's gonna
Okay.
pop up. It should.
Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
Crystal, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Like I said, I'm moving, but I'm hoping that I don't have to ever do that again.
But if you do,
nothing against you.
if you do, my phone number's on
Oh,
here.
thank you so much. I'm going to be moving over here on Bitters.
Mhm.
I don't know if you ever frequent this.
Yeah,
area.
well, I just give me a heads up if you need a ride.
Okay.
But I do have a YouTube channel I put content on. That's what it's for.
You have a what?
A YouTube channel.
Oh, okay.
It's a little bit of road rage, and you know how it is if you drive a taxi cab.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, you know, and that whole taxi cab confessional thing,
Yeah.
that shit's true.
Yeah. People would tell a stranger more stuff than they'll tell somebody they know. Well, enjoy your day, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll try to figure this out.
Oh, no problem.
Thank you so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. You're welcome. Oh, shit. Yeah, it's rough without a ride, man. It's real rough. For Humboldt, I took to the lowest. What was another one? 436 tip on this ride right here. $111.47. I don't even know how much this ride is for. I just take them, man. But earlier I was looking. I'm looking for the mileage, the mileage and the amount. If it's closer to 1, I'll take it. But if it's not, if it's closer to 50 cents, I'm not. And I told my. Hey, that's that hack you gotta know, man. The cancellation hack. nervous when they ride the Uber for the first time. I imagine a woman would be. They don't know what to expect. There's good people and bad people in everywhere, everything. So. Turn the car around. Ooh, man, I'm good. Erling. Right here.
Derecho.
The next one.
Más derecho.
And another one.
Más por favor.
This one right here.
No, pero más derecho.
Another. Still.
Sí. Por favor. Sí, aquí está ahí. Aquí está ahí.
Her right there.
Sí.
I don't think she doesn't see us.
Trae aquí al frente, Lili.
Good morning. Let's see which way it has me going.
Keep going.
Which way?
On there.
That way?
Mm-hmm.
front?
That's fine.
Right here's fine?
Yes, please. Thank you, sir. Have a good day.
You're welcome. Y'all have a good one too. Man, she had that old lady's perfume on. Blueberry cobbler. I haven't tasted that one. Peach cobbler's great. The cherry cobbler, no, not. I love blueberry though. New clip, y'all.